1, 2.
Welcome to the Mental Reps podcast, featuring your host, Brian Wright. This week's episode is sponsored by the Field Irish Pub Eatery, a little piece of island in South Florida, and Lily Skipper of Location Real Estate.
What's up, y'all? My name is Ian Edwards.
Hey, this is comedian Brett Ernst.
Hi, this is Kurt Metzger.
This is Pablo Francisco.
Hi, everybody. I'm Eric Reed, the TV play-by-play voice of the Miami Heat.
Hey, I'm Ron McGill, Goodwill Ambassador here at Zoo Miami.
Hello, this is radio's Paul Castronovo, an aging teen idol, and you're listening to the Mental Reps podcast with Brian Wright. Do me a favor, keep your head on a swivel, you goofball, you.
Now fade out that fresh-ass beat, and let's get this bitch on the road.
Welcome to Mental Reps Podcast live at the Field Irish Pub and Eatery. Thank y'all so much for coming out. Appreciate you guys. We love you. Well, can we give it up to the incredible staff here at the Field? Can we give it up to the incredible staff here? We love the Field so much. Give it up to them, Jay, Hillary, everybody here. Want to give it up to our fantastic sponsor, Lily Skipper of Location Real Estate. Hi. If you guys need any help navigating this crazy-ass South Florida real estate market, that's your person right there. Lily Skipper, Lillischipper. It's pronounced Skipper, though, so go check her out. Her and her hubby, Jason, a teacher of youths, by the way. He's a teacher in South Florida. Give it up for him. A teacher in South Florida. He's taking care of them. We have quite a bit planned. I love how you guys have no idea what to expect and you're a little scared. I kind of like it that way. A lot to cover, a lot of topics to get to, and we also like the audience to interact with us. If you guys have never been to a Mental Reps Live before, here's how it works. I have a mic set up right there, and if you have any questions for us, for Flip, for Amelia, and you want to just take a topic for a spin or whatever, come on up at any time. Do not be shy. We are all friends here, and we like to have people interact with us, of course. So I have a mic set up there. Don't be shy. And, of course, everybody who's watching online, we're keeping track of your comments. So if you guys have a question for them, ask online, and we'll get to as many as we can. All right, my name is Brian Wright. I'm the host of Mental Reps Podcast. You may have heard me on the radio back in the day or see me in one of my live shows. I do voiceovers, produce some comedy shows, and do my best to help the comedy scene down here in South Florida. You can find out more online if you want, or just ask me at any point. I want to introduce you guys to some great people right now, though. I was super hungover one Sunday, and I walked into 104.3, the Shark Studio, and I saw like this Aussie chick sitting in my seat, and I'm like, who is she? Of course, I didn't know she was Aussie at the moment, but then she says, oh, hello, mate, and I'm like, oh, shit, like we got Crocodile Dundee's daughter in the house over here. I know she's gonna pull out a Bowie knife or whatever, what to expect, but we started talking. Such a sweetheart of a human being, and I remember my boss did tell me, oh yeah, the new girl's coming in, and you gotta like, you know, just fill her in on like the lingo of the station or whatever. But as soon as I heard her talk, I was like, she's going to be huge down here in South Florida. She's got an incredible voice and an even better human being. Give it up for Amelia De Vita, everybody. Look at her go. I missed you, pal.
I missed you too, mate.
It's good to see you.
I love you. He's a great guy too.
Oh, thank you. But also, we got this guy over here. Look at him go. This man...
Wait a minute, that's the intro? Like,
no.
First of all, I walk into the radio and I see this beautiful Aussie sitting there, and I'm like, who are you? And she goes, oh, good day, mate.
And there's this fucking guy over here.
And here's this fucking Jew sitting over here. This fucking ugly,
how dare you? No, he's
uninteresting, accented man. Is it better if I talk like this then? Did you know David Bowie knife?
Dude,
Sorry.
You're in an Irish pub. You can pretty much do whatever the hell you want.
Well,
that's
then
the good part
maybe
about
I'll talk like this, Mr.
But
Brian
let me give you the proper intro. This guy's an incredible comedian. He's an actor as well. Been working for over 25 years in the business, performing all over the globe. He performed for the troops overseas. This guy opened for George Carlin. Okay, think about that for a second. If you get the nod from George Carlin, you know that you're a fucking good comedian. You may have seen him on HBO, Comedy Central, Last Comic Standing. He destroyed this room in April for our 420 show. I don't think to this day I've seen anybody crush this room so hard. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Flip Schultz. My man right there.
And he does look very dapper. Very dapper.
Oh, what? Thank you, Amelia.
And I love introducing people from different worlds, and I'm pumped to get you guys together. This is going to be a lot of fun. But first off, Let's start with Amelia. So I could not be happier to see you thriving and killing it on Big. And you're on air right after my old boss, Paul Castronovo, 10 to 3, right?
Yeah, 10 to 3, Monday through Friday.
And he looks great, by the way. He lost a lot of weight.
He lost a lot of weight. Have you guys seen Paul Castronova lately? He's looking great.
Yeah, he lost
Fantastic.
a lot of weight.
He's in the
looking pretty
gym.
good.
I want to do a couple of videos with him in the gym and just see whose guns are bigger because I think mine are for now,
well,
but not for long.
You're dedicated. I know you do like yoga and you're a big fitness nutrition.
This is my personal
person, right?
trainer and friend.
Hey,
Ashley.
what up, girl?
Yep.
Ashley. Give it up for Ashley.
Yep. So, Bodies by Ashley.
I remember seeing the welcome that they gave you that first day. I could not believe it. I've never seen anybody get a welcome like that to like a new radio shift in my life.
it.
They had streamers for you. They were fucking ready to
songs.
go.
They made a song about
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
It was a very long song.
So tell us about a
Yeah.
day in the life at old iHeartRadio. How's it going?
Yeah, good. I mean, right now it's strange because of the pandemic. So we don't have so many rock stars coming in and out of the studio anymore, but we still have all the talent there walking in the big building. It's a beautiful building, iHeartRadio studios in Miramar. And Paul's there looking his best in the morning, and I come in after him and he gives me shit, and then I do my show, and then Doc Reno comes on after me, gives me more shit, and it's like I'm sandwiched between two big brothers, and I love it.
I like that. And I know it's like when you're used to talking on the FCC on the radio, you're like, can I say shit? I heard your first hesitation.
Yeah, I was like, hang on, where am I? I'm in
Yeah.
a pub.
It's okay.
Shit.
You can say whatever the fuck
I'm
you
in a
want.
pub. So I'm okay.
But yeah, we met at 104.3 The Shark and doing weekends, and you started there. And I know you became fast friends with Alana. Is Alana here, by the way?
She will
I know
be
that she was
soon.
coming. She will be soon. I love
My
that girl.
roomie. She's my roomie.
You guys are still living together?
Yeah, yeah.
She's great people. I
She's
love
the best.
Alana a lot.
Oh, there she is.
Hey, we were
That
talking
was
about
perfect
you.
timing.
And hey, give it up for Alana, everybody.
What was that?
Oh, I didn't say what.
Oh, for me.
I don't know. It's we're good though. What's up, Alana?
What an entrance.
How you doing? Wave to the cameras and stuff. That's her roommate. And I see you have a new boo now as well. How's
I do.
How's your hubby?
Yeah, well, Alana's going to need a new roommate in early next year. So,
Okay. Are you
Yeah.
guys in love and stuff?
yeah, it's pretty
Ew.
cool.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Yeah, he's cute. He's,
All right,
he's a
that's
doctor,
cool.
so I'll keep him.
But okay, well you look
Very
great.
different. DJ
You
and
look
a
like you're
doctor.
glowing and shit. So it looks like
That's
you're
good.
happy, and that's a
Yeah.
good thing.
He does it for me.
I like that. Flip, you ever do morning?
I don't have a very special bow, so
No,
Sorry.
good for
you're
you.
single right now, right?
I'm single.
Ready to mingle?
I'm very ready to mingle. I actually just paid my very last alimony payment.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
celebrate.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
I feel like that deserves a cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, let's
I
cheers
tell
to
you-
that,
That
man.
song takes forever.
Oh, it was insane.
Solancha. Cheers
Thank-
to that.
It literally feels like I paid off a really expensive car, except
just a
the car
big
doesn't
one.
give me a ride anymore.
Oh!
How dare you? He's looking at him. I love it. Never stops, man. Hey, dude,
Dropping it
it's
already.
have you ever done morning radio or anything to promote like
We were
that?
just talking
we were
about
just talking
that.
about
He was
that.
on Why.
Yeah, well, Paul's a very good friend of mine. I've been on his show a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But back in the day, if those of you who've lived down here for a while, back in like the late 90s, I was on the Footy and the Chicks at 6 show as
wow.
a writer and
Wow.
occasional on-air guy.
You remember that? Wow. Holy
Yeah.
shit. Dude, I didn't know that. That's really cool. Look at you.
Well, that's
go.
why you have me here, to learn new shit about me.
Okay.
man.
I was going to say, you would definitely do well on the air. You got the gift of gab, obviously. I could
Yeah, you might have to come on my show.
I would love to come on your show.
Yeah, make me laugh.
Well,
I get
fucking
bored.
pressure. Holy
Yeah.
God.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
How are the crowds? I know because you're still traveling though. Because I
Mhm.
saw you were just in you're all over the place.
Yeah,
really.
the past couple of weeks, I've been in San Jose, then Atlanta. This week I'm in Denver. Next week I'm Key West. Week after that I go to LA. Then I'm working on a ship for about 3 weeks.
Oh, fun.
Wow.
I've only ever been on one cruise.
Oh, I do.
A cruise
I've
is
done
good.
hundreds.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fun, yeah. I mean, it gets like, I do a joke about it, but it gets old pretty fucking fast.
I
Yeah.
bet.
Working on the ships, you
Yeah.
kind of get over it all. But
Oh, you might
all
find a
things
cruise
considered,
bay.
I'm sorry.
A cruise bay.
Oh, I've had many a cruise bay.
Oh.
I have had many a cruise bay.
Sailing
I-
the seven seas.
I have been
ships
in many a
passing in the
porthole
night.
in my day. If you know what I mean.
Oh.
But,
how
um,
dare you.
There'll be a lot of those. I swear to God, I have dad jokes. I have a dad bod. I must have kids out there somewhere that I don't know. You can don't have this much dad by accident. Somewhere there's a little kid going, I don't know who my father is, but I bet he tells shitty jokes.
Yeah. It's just like, hey, Fresca or whatever, doing his
Fresca.
dad. See, yeah, dad stuff, you know.
Fresca?
It was
It's
a bad
Fresca
joke,
dad
dude.
joke?
What do you want? Why you look? You
think
couldn't
that was
just
a dad
like.
joke.
I think
Yeah.
Yes, and me, dude. Yes, and me. You're an improv guy too, aren't you?
yes, and
Son of a bitch. I'm in your dojo now, I guess.
Well-
All right. How are the crowds on the road, and how do they differ compared to
great.
each spot?
they're great, man. Like it's been, I was, because I lived in up till last year. I lived in L.A., Louisiana, and I'll take the laugh.
How dare you.
And I moved down here when shit just closed out there, and for months I wasn't able to go on stage. It was really driving me crazy. And then I come down to Florida, and Florida, you guys did not give a fuck. So, yeah,
Not even a little bit.
not even a little fuck.
Cove what?
I'm sorry. Yeah, Cove exactly.
What?
Novid is what they were saying.
Rona.
So almost immediately I started getting up here, and the crowds are they're thrilled to be out just to see live entertainment. Look we got a nice crowd here
People
tonight.
want to
see
laugh.
this. Yeah.
People want to laugh. Get out of the house a little
Yeah.
bit. For
They
a
just
second.
opened that new comedy club at Dania Point. Have you
Yeah, I'll
performed
be
there?
there. I'll be there in. Actually, I'll be there tomorrow.
I'll have to come.
Oh, nice.
Are you gonna come
dude.
tomorrow?
I'll come tomorrow.
Oh,
I love
Do
it.
it.
See how that
Everyone
happens?
should come
I love
tomorrow.
that.
everybody come tomorrow.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I went and saw Pauly Shore there a couple weeks ago. He actually was pretty damn good, dude.
Yeah,
It was good to see him.
I actually worked with Pauly a couple months ago in Vegas.
Yeah.
And then I got COVID.
Oh.
No.
I got COVID
Hey,
in
bro.
Vegas. Hey, buddy, what'd you do giving me COVID, bruh?
Yeah.
No, I had a fucking quarantine in a Vegas hotel room for 2 weeks.
That's not bad.
I would rather be in prison.
Oh,
Really?
dude.
At least in prison, you can go outside, you can exercise, you can have sex. But in a Vegas hotel, no, it's 2 weeks. I couldn't
almost
leave my
missed that.
fucking room, man. It was awful. It really was. It sucked.
Damn, dude. Well, yeah, no, he's. I was surprised that he was actually together. I don't know
Yeah.
what I thought of Pauly Shore, where he would be now. I don't know. I think he lived pretty hard in the paint for a while there. I was
Yeah.
like, is he even still alive? But yeah, he's killing it, and he was really funny. He was really funny.
I was very pleasantly surprised to see
Yeah,
that
and
he was funny.
it's a nice new spot, that Dania Improv.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, it's a nice
great.
spot.
That's the thing. The Florida comedy scene is really like because I started here in like the early mid '90s, and when I came back, I was welcomed right back in, and the scene is really thriving. A lot of local spots. You're doing a lot of great things.
Oh, thanks, man.
And there's 3 improvs within like an hour distance from each other. So
Really?
it's great.
Tell
yeah.
me the others besides.
Miami and Palm Beach.
Oh, of course. I went at the Hard Rock with that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we saw Brett Ernst on your
Oh yeah,
on your
yeah.
intro.
That's my buddy. Mhm.
Yeah, he was great.
He's funny, isn't he?
Yeah.
He
I went-
picks on people.
Yeah. He likes that
I was
shit.
scared.
I actually went to high school with Brett.
You went to
No way.
Plantation High?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out. I didn't know that.
Did you go to Plantation High?
No, I didn't, but I know that he did.
Yeah.
Did you go
And
to
I know a lot
Plantation
of
High?
people who went to school with him.
No.
Okay, that's why.
The
I thought
most
maybe.
racist thing, by the way, Plantation High, home of the Colonels.
Yeah, dude.
That's really the fucking mascot, is the Colonel on the plantation.
on the plantation.
Yeah.
Colonel.
Kind
Yeah.
Whenever the football team, hey, go out to the field, about half the team went, that sounds really fucked up right now.
Oh. Yeah, the
It
dumb
is
thing
funny
to
how
do.
that
Shut
kind
up,
of
man.
just kind of slid past like Plantation. I never thought about it. So I was born and raised in Plantation.
Same
Never
here.
really thought about it like that. But
Yeah.
somebody's like, "You live in Plantation,
Plantation?
dude?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess that is kind of fucked up." But yeah, no. If you don't follow Flip, he is always constantly posting really good material.
I just went
really
through
good
it today.
stand-up, short clips.
I liked a bunch of
really,
videos.
really funny. Flip is funny.
Gotcha.
I think is your handle, right? Flip is funny. So go
that
follow.
Was my because again, with COVID and everything, as a comedian, and I'm sure you're the same way. You need to be creative. You need to do something. You're
Do
gonna go
something.
crazy. So at the beginning of the year, I made a deal with myself. I'm gonna post a bit of some kind of content every day this year. And I thought at the very least it'll be a goal, and I could achieve it. At the very most, it might move the needle. And I've actually, according to my cousin's class, she's a teacher, I'm TikTok famous now.
Oh,
So
are you now?
there's something that
Okay.
means nothing in the real world.
Well, I did freak out when Instagram was down for like 6 hours yesterday.
Yeah, what was-
because that's where I'm being creative. I'm doing
okay.
videos.
Yeah, there you
Nice.
go. Yeah, there you go. Keep
Yeah,
And
it
mine's
was
on.
out.
I
I
know
heard
that.
that it
That
went-
was crazy.
Yeah,
Did anybody else just
Facebook.
kind of go, "What am I supposed to do with my time now?"
WhatsApp was down. Yeah, I was like having like palpitations, and I formed a Twitch.
Yeah, whenever that happens, I'm like, it was down. Everybody says they were freaking out, and I have, of course, no idea what's going on.
Wait, as long as porn works.
Yeah, that I'm
Pornhub.
sure you would have been fine on that. Yeah,
But,
unless Mark Zuckerberg has a slice in that.
It's
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe he does.
I don't know Facebook unless it's called like on your Facebook or something.
Oh, good one.
Oh, was that one?
I see what you did
Please,
there.
I'm Jewish. Never like
Come
that.
on up, dude. You got a question? Get on that microphone. What's your name, dude?
Oh, shit, I'll just spin down. I'm
Okay.
Doug. I have a question. You opened for George Carlin, and you have an Australian accent. Can you say George Carlin's list of 7 dirty words you can't say on TV in
I don't
an
know
Australian
if you can tell
accent?
me.
Yeah.
What are they?
He knows. He worked for...
Oh God, that's what I
The
should
7
know.
dirty words.
It's
Hold on.
Piss, shit, fuck. Can I say them?
Of course you can,
of course
dude.
you can.
It's
Of course you can.
piss, shit,
You see.
cock, fuck,
George.
motherfucker,
Motherfucker and tits.
motherfucker, and tits.
Motherfucker, tits, shit, cock, piss. What else?
Piss, shit, cock,
Shit, piss, fuck, cunt,
Fuck.
cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits.
All right.
Cocksucker-
I'm sorry
cocksucker,
that bit
motherfucker.
went off the rails. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to hear my Carlin story?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Because I was very young when I got I ended up going to LA. I got picked up by George Carlin's manager, and he had me open for Carlin. Do you know who George Carlin was?
I
by the way?
don't.
He was one of the most influential comedians.
Thank you for that.
You are very young.
Thank you.
He really was. one
Please
of the
limit your
most-
outbursts to a
I
minimum.
just turned
Thank you very
30.
much.
It's fine.
He was one of the most influential comics and really opened the door and moved the needle and allowed what we're saying now to be said. So anyway, I opened for him in Fort Myers. I'm very nervous before the show. I'm backstage. And manager comes up and goes, all right, you're on in 5 minutes. I'm like, all right. Then down the hall, Carlin, like almost through a double door, like a saloon, comes strutting down, and he's going, cocksuckers, you fucking cocksuckers. And we all started laughing. And he said, I'm going to put my shit away. I'm going to watch you. And so I go on stage, do about 10 minutes, and just killed. It was one of those beautiful sets. And I get off stage, and he pats me on the back. He goes, hey, kid, you were funny. Man, you're like an ostrich on PCP. 'Cause I was...
Straight.
Damn,
I
that's pretty
swear to
good.
God. And then later on, I asked him if I could use that quote for my bio, and he goes, yeah, actually, what's funnier, PCP or angel dust? And I said, I think PCP. Yeah, use PCP.
Yeah,
I just thought it was so the plosive, exactly. But I thought it was so cool that he's this fucking icon, and he's still trying to figure out what the funnier word is for a stupid little quote.
I love
That's
that
who he
shit.
was, just
No.
a tactician.
Absolute beast of a
Forever
comedian,
learning.
dude. Love that, man.
Yeah.
And you look back at a lot of his old stuff now, or now it's obviously old stuff, and it's like, man, that rings true. Like
It's evergreen, man.
Yeah, his like political or
have to
like
look him up.
outlooks, he's like on point.
Yeah.
Wonder if he has an Instagram.
So you perform. He's dead now. So what's
Probably
the
not
difference?
then.
What's like? Can you describe the main difference between like performing for like small crowds in a venue like this, or performing in big venues like a theater or something like what's the main differences of the two?
There are more people.
Copy that. Does it feels less intimate? You have to speak to the back of the room. or
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
it-
I mean, very much so. Yeah, it's just like this is I love doing gigs like this, even though it's not really stand up. But it's still in front of live audiences. There's that synergy and low ceilings and intimacy, and then in the theater, it's you get this wave of laughter that almost knocks you over, but you do lose that kind of like
The energy they give back to you.
the intimacy.
yeah, well, the connection.
Yeah.
You know?
I used to sing.
Did you?
Yeah, I sang with a Chinese opera singer in China one time. This
Really?
one time when I was in China.
This
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah, they had an opening ceremony. It was actually, so I was singing in a thing called the Choir Olympics, which is a real thing.
The
And-
Choir Olympics?
Yes, and they had dragons at the opening ceremony. It was televised live across the country. It was a whole shebang. And I had to sing in Chinese.
Wow.
Zai Wan Go
Wow.
De Ji La to any
I was
Chinese people
just gonna
around
say,
here.
do you remember any of them?
Chuan Men Wang Tela Wang Ming.
Copy. Okay.
He
Oh.
He Sure He Miranda Gosha. Boom.
Funny to hear in an Irish pub an Australian
An
speaking Chinese. I love it.
Wow.
I'm sure I said it terribly with a bad accent, but yeah. But my point with that was that it was a huge audience, and just the vibe coming off was insane.
Yeah, it's a different type of
The
energy.
vibe here is
obviously.
good too. It's a good
Yeah.
vibe.
Well, we got like I really do think we got like a little gem here in
This is
South
awesome.
Florida.
I've
This
never
is
been
a
here.
great spot for comedy. Obviously, it's a great venue as it is in any form, but like it's a good spot for low ceilings, no windows, the lights just right, and people come to laugh and,
Yeah.
and have a good time.
I did the 420, like you said, the 420 show here, and that was great.
And you're going to be back in 2 weeks,
Yep.
headlining this time, October 19th. It's in the next Shamrock Comedy Club. If you guys got to come out and see this man perform in 2 weeks from now. Anybody online, if you guys are on the fence, come out and see this man. You're not going to be disappointed. Again, I don't think anybody's crushed this room in the last 6 months the way that you.
Well,
have,
I'm
so.
really fucking good, Brian, and modest as
You
you
are
can
good.
I
Oh,
wish I
Jason.
saw it.
Jason's got a question.
Hey guys, so kind of related, what would you each say is what you consider the best part of your profession?
Oh, ladies first. Great. Best part of my profession. Having a team environment without having a team environment. Like, I have autonomy over my show because it's mine, but also I get to kind of be my own boss and work with a group and have someone who's directing me. I've never had another job like that where you can direct your ship and you have certain liberties and you get to work with other people, but also on your own. It's kind of the best of everything. And I'm so fortunate. I'm so happy and lucky, and I'm just going to ride the wave as long as I can.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was a good question. So let's tell us a little bit more about your background. Like, obviously, where are you from again?
From Australia.
From Australia. What part of Australia?
Queensland, Brisbane, Queensland.
Okay.
I used to be on what they call the Today Show. I don't know if it's the same as the Today Show here. I think it's similar. On the TV in the mornings. And I would get in a helicopter every day, and Alana said this story a million times, and do traffic reports where I'd be like, hi, my name's Amelia. Now there's some crashes on the road, and now this is me talking about Mazda or something. Or as Americans would say, Mazda.
Yeah.
Very
Two left lanes
proper.
blocked, and I want a delay starting back about a half mile
Exactly.
back. And I want to
Just
stick to the right side of the road. as well. Yeah.
Hired.
I used to do traffic as
Done.
well.
That's how we met.
See, everybody in radio did traffic at some point.
Yeah,
most
so I
likely.
did it for the radio and for the TV. So I did that, worked in radio. At the radio station I worked at in Australia, there was a stripper pole in the front entrance, and that was different than here.
Interesting.
Yeah, oftentimes, because the morning show was all male, they would have the female rugby girls in, and they would wear these, like, I guess you'd call them, what do the gridiron players wear here?
Shoulder pads?
Yeah,
or
like shoulder pads
gridiron
that came
players.
to here.
That's adorable.
And then underwear. So they would play games in the radio station and ping pong with models. I think it's very different in Australia. I don't think.
What are some?
I gotta move to Queensland. Holy God, that sounds amazing.
What is something that American people, do not get about Australians, or what are some misconceptions, and maybe vice versa, that you've noticed about people?
Well, the difference between avo and arvo. Avocado is avo. Afternoon is arvo, but everyone just says arvo when I tell them that here. But also, we're very Asian in culture because we're Australasia
Okay,
in Australia. So many Asian people live in Australia. Our signs, instead of having like English and Spanish, have English and then Mandarin underneath. And we also have amazing food there, Asian food there. And we're very close to cool places like Indonesia and Bali. Australians always travel to Bali. That's where you can find us, most of us in Bali.
Your Bahamas for us in
Yes.
Florida or something like that?
Yeah. Actually, Fiji is more like the Bahamas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is Australia's kind of like the Florida of the
Opposite.
world map?
Yeah.
Right? Like we're both on the bottom right, a little kooky, a little
We're
bit.
we're under the equator.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay,
we're down
that's a little
under.
more literal than I was thinking. But yeah, no,
But so,
I
like,
was just saying,
Queensland,
like,
where I'm from, it's the top end is the hot part. Like in South Florida, the south end obviously is the hot part.
Yeah, okay,
So we're
copy
both
that.
like coming up.
So
these
you're
little
on
points
another level
to
of
the
thinking
equator.
than me.
I'm like picturing the map in my head. You know,
I
like
got you.
We both come to these points. Yeah.
I like that.
So where I'm from is called the Sunshine State, and this is the Sunshine State. So I just moved from one to the other, from the bottom to the top.
Look, what? Oh, well, so you had like good family life, mom,
Yeah.
dad, siblings.
They miss
all
me
that?
so much. I miss them so much.
Are
Yeah, I
they
have a
pissed,
sister.
or what do they
Oh,
think
yeah.
about your life here? What's going on?
I don't know. They're mad at COVID for not being able to see me. I looked into going back, and I was talking with these two about it, but they want like $5,000 for 2 weeks quarantine in one of those awful hotels like you stayed in.
Oh man.
They're really strict with the
You
with
can't
the
go
COVID
outside.
courts.
People were
Yeah.
trying to like climb the trash chutes to like get to their girlfriend or their friend in the other room, and they get arrested.
Wow.
It's a little crazy right now.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
That
Okay.
insane over
Yeah,
there?
but Qantas is opening flights and they're opening borders hopefully in December, so I will hopefully see them beginning of next year.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Well, that's cool.
My boyfriend
Something
of
to
2
look
years has
forward
never
to.
met them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
Okay.
COVID, we kind of happened just before COVID.
Do you Zoom or FaceTime
yeah,
and stuff?
yeah, not the same though.
Yeah. All right, that's cool. Well, what made you want to move here in the first place, like
Ugh.
outside of work or whatever? Alana, how many
hate that
times have you
question.
heard this story?
The reason why I moved here.
Was it an ex?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, yeah. I met a boy on a plane in Italy. I'll tell the story. Why not? Hell.
Okay.
I'm already down the rabbit hole. No turning back. I was in Europe doing a solo trip, and I had to go from England to Italy, and I had to take 2 flights with Alitalia. And anyone who's flown Alitalia knows that they're not the greatest airline. So on the first flight, I hit my head on the overhead lockers because they're very short, and a boy behind me laughed, and that wasn't very funny. But then on the second flight, that boy was sitting next to me, and we talked, and then we ended up going around Europe together. And then he ended up coming to Australia. I came to America. He came to Australia. And then we were like, oh, we just got to choose one. And I was like, I'm on the Today Show. I ain't going nowhere. And he was like, I'm going to be a pilot for Delta, so I'm not going anywhere. Qantas has like 7 jobs. And I was like, fair.
Stalemate.
So I came here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I just went on LinkedIn. Actually, no, I cold called iHeartRadio. I said, hi, I'm from Australia. Can I get a job? And they were like, come in and we'll see. You may be crazy. And I came in and they were like, we'll see. And then I ended up going on LinkedIn and got a job with Entercom.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's how everything started. And then iHeart heard me on Entercom and poached me.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying. As soon
Yeah.
as she got in there, I was like, okay, she's somebody. And sure enough, they got you. And they love you. They love you over
Well,
there.
my boss at the time, he said he was at a bar somewhere. I don't know what bar it was. And he said he was talking with someone about hiring me. And someone walked past and goes, oh, yeah, the Aussie girl on the radio. Love her. And then walked off. And he was like, well, I guess people like her, so we'll give her a go. I didn't think I'd last 2 minutes. It was a total case of fake it till you make it. I had no idea what the hell I was doing.
Really?
Oh,
You felt
no
like
idea.
you were like...
I figured out a helicopter. There was no like, here's the manual.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I mean, not flying
You got
the
thrown to
helicopter.
the wolves, though. That's often, I mean, people either sink or swim there. You could have easily...
Yes. I remember giving myself a pat on the back and getting a slushie from 7-Eleven the day that I did my first shift in the helicopter. And I was like, I survived. This deserves a slushie.
Yeah. That's so funny.
So I did
Slushy
that.
is like your reward. That's
yeah,
hilarious.
I did that the first day I had my radio shift and didn't go off air.
So I know that you're not doing just like radio stuff. Obviously, one of the cool things about being in radio is they have like all these other little things that you can do. You go do other events, you do voiceovers, and all these little side gigs. So what are some other things that are keeping you busy outside of radio? I know maybe now it's a little different because of COVID and everything. Because the endorsements, you don't have as much of the crowd interaction or going to meet people.
I was always at like Twin Peaks. Sorry, bar that's not Twin Peaks. And Hooters. They'd always ironically send me there. And it was great fun. I actually really loved that because I got to meet people who listened. So that was really cool. But now I do a podcast. I do a podcast with my friend Drew. He's on Y100. And
what's it called?
It's called, oh my God. We're in our 2nd season. We just did it.
You're on the
What is
second
my
season.
fucking-
Can't remember what it's called, but we're on the
The
second.
hot seat.
The hot
It's
seat.
called the
There
hot
you
seat.
go.
And we ask very inappropriate questions of our guests, and we get random people at the bar to come up, and we ask them very awkward questions.
Okay.
And it's lots of fun.
What
So
kind of questions do you ask him?
would you rather do the first 90% of a blowjob or the last 10%? And we'd ask a man as well.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, what would you rather?
Is there money involved?
Nope.
Then can I opt out?
Nope.
No. Can you opt out?
I just painted myself into a corner. I guess I
No
would
pun
do the first
intended.
90 because I don't want to take a shot in the fucking mouth.
Right, that's
You
what I
don't want
said.
to paint yourself in the corner again.
Exactly.
Literally.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's cool though. So
So I do
you like
that.
to have fun. It's fun though, right?
Oh, so much fun, yeah.
Yeah. And you just have somebody produce it for you and put it out.
I actually do it.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, I figured out how to do the whole StreamYard thing, put everything on Spotify, YouTube. We have 3 cameras. It's a whole... Miguel, our friend Miguel Leon, great guy. He helps us
okay.
out. And then I'm in a choir. I'm a bit of a random person, I'm finding.
In a choir.
An a cappella choir.
Is it Chinese?
No.
Like
A cappella.
really like
Like
here
Pitch
comes
Perfect.
like here
Pitch
comes
Perfect.
trouble. Okay. All right. I like
Like
that.
Fat Amy. I'm the Fat Amy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You're quite
All right.
you're quite the rebel.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But
It's very.
the Rebel Wilson.
How dare you?
I do
Okay,
that.
so how often do you do that? You just fucking
Once a week.
Once a week?
Every Monday night.
Choir
we rehearse.
time?
Yeah, choir time.
Wait, so you must be
Alright.
like a karaoke nut too.
You know what? Funnily enough, I get really nervous in front of people. I don't know. I talk in a box on my own all the time, so I
Yeah,
don't
I
see
get
anyone.
that.
This is like I'm sweating. Thank God I put on lots of deodorant. But like I hate it when people look at me and I get really red.
Really?
Yeah. In the helicopter, it doesn't feel like anyone's looking at you. In a box, it doesn't feel like anyone's looking at you.
Just as anything else, you do it enough, you'll feel more comfortable
Right.
with it.
So
And
in the choir, I don't feel that because I'm with people. But karaoke, everyone's staring at just me.
Well, what if you do like a double karaoke thing?
Maybe.
Let's
Yeah.
do karaoke.
Okay.
Okay.
you
We'll
want
do
to
a
do one
comedy
right
show,
now?
then
I'll play a
karaoke,
song. You guys can
And
fucking
the
know-
podcast. Oh.
Because I'm a karaoke nut, so
Really?
if you know Love Shack,
Let's do
I'll
it,
do that
guys.
with you right fucking now.
You do Love Shack?
Oh God.
All right, I'm gonna make this
Would
happen.
do you know the song?
I don't know
Okay.
the words, but I know the tune.
I can show you the karaoke of
I
it.
sound just like Fred Schneider.
Okay.
All right, talk about this for a second.
No,
You sound just like him?
No, when I do the song, I
beta sign at the sign. Like that guy?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Great, I can't wait for this. Should I read the words on my phone or something?
Shack,
I do need to put
no,
you on the
I'm
spot.
pulling it up.
We don't
on
have to
here.
do the whole song. We could just do
just
like
a little taste. Just a little taste.
Can I have my phone, ladies? I need to read the words. Alana,
me
can you
see.
Oh.
Oh my God. Okay,
Oh.
we're gonna read it off the same one.
Well, we can read it. Oh shit!
Oh my God, it's
Good
falling
thing that
I
apart.
can read off his laptop. I know the words already.
Oh, okay.
Wait, can you start it from the
All
beginning?
right, let's start from the beginning.
All right.
Start from the
Again, we
beginning.
don't have to do the whole thing. But
Okay.
Do this shit.
if you see a faded sign at the side of the road that says 15 miles to the
All right, you guys got to at least do the first verse.
You're gonna wait for it, right?
On down road.
Read it.
Looking for the love getaway. Living for the love.
I got me a car, it's as big as a whale, and we're heading on down to the Love Shack. I got me a Chrysler, it seats about 20, so come on and bring your jukebox money.
All right.
Love Shack, baby!
I like that shit. Very nice. See?
I can't hear myself.
Professionals, everybody.
That was
Professionals.
Great.
You were great.
I knew you guys would be able to pull that off. I
That
love
was fun.
That was funny.
Here at the field.
At the side of the road.
There was a show.
Sean, can I have a please? Thank you.
Do you remember?
Get on top of your. Are you gonna be brushing your teeth to it and shit?
there was
get on your game, dude. You're slipping. Okay.
There was a show on MTV years ago called You Write It, You Watch It, where it was I'm not sure you remember. It basically people would write in something and MTV would turn it into a bit. And somebody had said, I had a dream that the lead singer of B-52s was following me everywhere I go.
Oh no.
So it was the funniest thing because you just see this one, and they like made a bit out of it. So you see this guy like in the bathroom stall taking a shit, and then Fred Schneider comes up, someone's taking a poo-poo. It was so fucking funny.
You gotta send that to me. I want to see that. I want to see
I
that.
totally want to see Fred Schneider
I wanna
stalking
see that.
I
people.
feel like I
Oh,
need
we
to
got
burst
another-
out one little part.
We gotta.
Love Shack.
Oh.
That's where it's at. Love Shack. There you go. I couldn't hear myself before, so I didn't even know if I was like, Love Shack.
Yeah. Yeah, we were trying to iron out, but that's what happens. We're live and impromptu and stuff. You make it work. You guys
Fake
did
it
a
till you
great
make
job.
it.
You guys did a
That
great
was
job.
awesome, man.
Might get flagged on Facebook or YouTube, but who gives a fuck?
Oh,
Go
yeah.
ahead. You got a question?
Thank you. Yeah, for all three of you, actually, you're very comfortable up there on stage. What point did you sort of discover you were okay with that? You found a spark. You wanted to perform. All of you, actually. I want to hear that.
I'll be very honest. Since I was a kid, the first time I did stand-up, I was 8 years old. And I did a summer camp talent show doing comedy, and I won. And I still have the trophy to this day. It's one of my most prized
You
possessions.
won. You're 8 years old.
I
You
was
won a
8
talent show doing comedy.
Yep.
That's really cool.
Doing stand-up at 8 years old. I knew it's what I wanted to do. So I was right from the beginning. Like, it's crazy. I couldn't talk to a girl to save my life, but get in front of a million people, make an idiot of myself, no problem.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
That's why I'm drinking next to her, because otherwise I'd be like, you're very pretty.
Do you need another drink, by the way? You guys good on your drinks?
I'm good, thanks.
All right, first, let's really quick. Cilantro, thank you to everybody for coming out to Mental Reps Live. We want to cheers and cilantro you all for coming out. We love you. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you for coming out.
Thank you for coming. That's a double entendre to the gay people, too. Thank you for coming out.
I hear that. So, really quick, you were born in South Florida. I mean,
do you want to finish when you became comfortable? I didn't want to ignore
Oh,
his
yeah,
question.
that's right. That's right. Go ahead.
I was probably about 8 too when I was in a music class and my teacher pulled me out and said, hang on, sing that again. And I would have been about 12. And then he made me sing like a solo.
Nice.
And from there, I just became, I was the youngest member of the choir that I was in, and it kind of conditioned me to doing this. And then they made me, in my choir, there was a thing called the PR captain, and I was in charge of doing all the interviews for the choir because we were international. And that's what made me think, oh, I can talk in front of people.
Next level choir.
Next level choir.
I like
what
that.
About you?
I like that. I think it's, for me, I would say when my voice changed, when I was about 14 years old.
And you sounded beautiful like you do.
And I had a buddy, actually an old boyfriend of my sister, and he would always ask me to do Chef from South Park. I'm like, hello there, children. Like, I just started doing that.
Hey there, Chef.
And I was like, oh, that could be fun. When I was a little bit younger, I made a joke on a family. We were actually driving up to North Carolina, I think. Sean, you were there, my brother. And my dad kept on making all these strips around this like hotel, and for some reason he couldn't manage to get out of the parking lot. We were just in this, and he kept on going. So we kept on going by this marquee, and the marquee said, "Come back soon." And we drove by it like for the third time, and my mom was like, "Come back soon." And I said, "Oh, don't worry, we will be." And our whole family laughed and thought it was funny. I was like, "Oh shit, I think like I might be like a little funny or something like that." And that was kind of like the beginning of it. And yeah, when the voice changed and I started having people telling me like you should get on the air or do something, like that's kind of when it happened.
You know, I actually had that
Thanks,
kind of.
But yeah, getting on stage is different. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying I kind of had a moment like that too. Before I even did that talent show, I was in 3rd grade. We were taking a test, and this is such a weird fucking memory. And my it was quiet. But my 2 friends, Josh and Lance, they had their crayon boxes, and they put like pencils in the top, so they look like walkie-talkies. And so they were going, "Hey, Josh, how you doing?" "I'm doing good, Lance. How are you?" Loud enough that we heard it. But, and the teacher, to her credit, she just picked up her crayon box and went, "Guys, could you get back to your work, please?" And instinctually, I just went, "I'm sorry, this line's been disconnected. Please hang up and try again." And the whole class laughed, and I just went, "Oh."
Well, yeah.
That feels good.
"Can I borrow your belt?" Like that's
Yeah,
just
just
give
like
me that
that
forever.
first
like,
laugh.
Mass approval. Is that what it is?
Exactly. It was approval.
Yeah.
It was
I
just
have
getting
this
that laugh.
thing, like, do creatives or people who, I guess, perform for everyone, do we crave that reassurance that we're okay, we're cool, like we're...
For sure.
Is that what that is?
I think at least
or
for
we're just
me,
really bad at math, like, because I know I really was, and I didn't have any options.
At least for me, I mean, I was just like, I came from this like really like good-looking family. Everybody was like, but I felt like I was the youngest with a cane and shit. Like, and I was like, always had a little bit of a limp, and I was like, I gotta find my lane here somewhere, because like I need to figure this out. And yeah, definitely finding humor, all that good stuff, making people laugh. It's like, okay, maybe I can actually, I'm really good at something, or at least decent, and triple down on that, double down, try and figure out a way to like make some money out of it.
It was interesting the way you were both just like, yeah, give it to me. Like that's kind of how I feel when I was singing or whatever, and people go, that was really good, or the clap or whatever.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's that it's the approval
Yeah.
and the assurance that, oh, I'm good at this.
I feel like we all have really
and
low self-esteem.
And the relief that you don't have to like bite the apple and do something else that you don't want to do.
Well,
really,
there are some people that are talented that have never taken the chance.
Yes.
That's the thing, and you live with regret when you do that. I'm very lucky that, again, I was 8 and I went, okay, I want to be a comedian. And I was lucky that I had a family that was supportive, and
That's
my
a
parents
big
were
part
just
of it.
like,
Huge.
look, go to college. We don't care what degree, just get a degree. So I got a degree
That's
in theater.
what mine did.
Yeah.
Probably because I was just like, just please go to college. Do anything.
Well, my parents were both teachers, so I think we can't have a kid that didn't go to college.
My mom's a teacher.
Oh, so you get it.
My sister's a teacher. She's
my
got a
brother's
master's.
a teacher. Oh my God, it's like we're the same, except
same
you're a lot
person.
hotter. But
and I'm not as funny as you.
see, that's where it balances out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, so I think that we're lucky that we pursued it and found our avenue.
Lucky and ballsy. Because
Yes.
if I had not gone, I have no idea how to be on the radio. Oh well, give it a go anyway. Then I never would have done it.
Absolutely, because people,
Yeah.
I think that's something that you have to almost. It's a combination of confidence and stupidity.
Yeah.
And
Like,
not knowing any
because
better.
you're like, oh, like I
Ignorance.
can do this. It's also knowing that, you're not. It's for me, it was reconciling also, like, who do I think I am?
Yeah.
Like, and people want to listen to me talk, like, and also kind of reconciling that part of my ego, be like, that's not why I'm doing it. I'm actually doing it because I think I'm good at it, and I want to just do something that I'm good at.
That just ticked with me was like, I don't know if it was just in my family because my family's half Italian, but people, but mainly men, would always talk over the top of me. And I'd never finish a sentence. And I was like, I'm going to do something where people listen to what I have to say, and they cannot talk over the top of me because I'm going to turn your mic off.
It's very funny that you say that.
Where's his mic?
I had to. That was like so
and
right.
This is why I have a show alone.
I was just like,
I don't play well with others.
Yeah.
I had to. I'm sorry.
I love it. I love it.
You gotta pass.
I'm an Italian. I gotta do it.
Boppa da boopy.
Boopity baby. Grazie mille.
So,
I did well
okay.
with that.
By the way, this is just an honorable mention. I have to say, you have an album called "Ribbed for Your Pleasure." Great
my
album
God.
name.
Actually,
Just gotta throw it out there.
Brian, I have 8 albums.
That was the
who's
specific
counting?
one.
Actually,
Is it singing or is this like
a comedy.
Oh, okay.
"Ribbed
right.
for Your Pleasure," available on Amazon, by the way.
Yes, and iTunes. Actually, the full title is "Ribbed for Your Pleasure, Extra Jubricated."
Oh my God. So Love Shack is not on there?
No, it is
Okay,
not.
just checking.
But actually, my ex, oh my God, my ex and I, we, because my ex-wife is a comedian too, and we tour together, and occasionally, if the crowd was really good, we do this thing. We wrote a parody of Love Shack called Nutsack. That is actually on her album,
I
but it
need
was
to
like,
hear that.
if you see a pubic hair by the side of my chode, that means you're right next to my nutsack.
Dude, I like that. That was
That's
very
great.
nice. Very nice.
So
I like that.
That version I think is on her album.
Oh, dude, I love it. Well, so you guys both like goal-oriented people. Like, what do you? I know obviously we have some constrictions right now with COVID and everything that's going on, but I see like people pivoting and adapting to the situation. Do you have any specific goals or things that you're hoping to accomplish within, like, what's your 2022 look like in your ideal mind?
I mean, I joke about Instagram, but it is a marketing platform right now. So I'm really trying to build that. I've been working with these two, actually. Alana's kind of like a media marketing whiz.
I need your help.
Virtual
I need to get my
assistant,
shit together.
Website builder extraordinaire.
That's awesome.
And this one, we do workout videos and stuff
Just
together.
followed you.
Oh, thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate it. I followed you last night, but
I
that's fine.
appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Amelia
Oh, look
on
at
the
them
air.
following each other now.
Yeah. Amelia on air, if anyone cares.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm trying to build that. My goal is at least 5,000 followers by the end of the year. I'm almost there. I'm
Nice.
hoping more than that, but I need to get some more partnerships going with that.
Copy that. What
Yeah.
about you, Flipper?
I
Sorry, I just called you Flipper, by the way.
It's
I
okay.
didn't know it just came out.
It's okay.
I liked it.
Sorry.
Why do I get a feeling you've done that before?
I used to do this bit where it was a whole bit about a bitter dolphin who wasn't. There wasn't a packed crowd at an aquarium, which is a true story, and I just pictured a bitter dolphin pissed about the crowd going, "Look at this shit. Years ago I could have packed the joint. Now nothing." 2022. Actually, I got so stupid. I know.
I like that shit though.
I got. I'm not sure if you know Steve Trevino.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He's a very very talented comic, big headliner. He actually showed me you don't have to be in LA to make it. He left LA, left the circus, and put out his own shit on social media and became huge. He's got a Netflix special, a couple of Showtime specials. So I've been on the road with him, opening for him, and he's been kind of mentoring me about how to get to that next level. So along with the constant content every day, next year with him, I'm going to be taping a couple of shows in front of a theater crowd and edit it together for an hour. And we're going to try to pitch it to like Amazon and Netflix and see what happens.
You're going to do a weird thing like Bo
dude.
Burnham?
I like that idea, dude.
We'll see.
We'll watch it.
Thank you.
Us Floridians will support you. We
Thank
need
you,
some more
Floridians.
Yeah,
Floridians.
we'll help you make it happen, bro. I like that. I like
Did
that.
you see Bo Burnham's one? Inside?
Yes.
That,
Oh my
that guy is
God.
a genius. And if anyone hasn't seen it, Bo Burnham Inside on
it
Netflix.
He's so
transcended
funny,
comedy.
man.
It wasn't,
He's amazing.
It was art, man. It
I
was
Yeah.
I was
beautiful.
crying watching that thing. I love
He's
one of his
really-
old what's the I forget the name of his old one, but he was doing the whole Kanye West. I'm a Pringles can. I'm a Pringles. Oh, dude, I was.
Yeah,
freaking dying.
he was
that guy is amazing.
And I actually met him back in LA
Oh,
when he was
wow.
like 17.
Yeah, that's when
And
it
he
came.
was just kind of coming up. And he
Yeah.
actually, I do a character, like a alter ego. I'm not sure if you've ever seen it, Skippy Green. Basically, an old, filthy Catskill comic. It's my id, basically.
I like
and
it.
I did like a one-man show at this little theater that was next to the Hollywood Improv. And Bo saw the show, and he was just laughing. Goes, "That was so fucking funny." And I'm
That's
like,
cool.
dude, coming from you, that's amazing.
Yeah.
This kid's a prodigy.
Yeah, no, for
Yeah.
real. There's
Yeah.
people,
He's a
they'll
musician,
make
too.
you upset, like the Bo Burnhams and like the Dave Chappelles of the world,
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, you just came out of the womb fucking hilarious.
Done.
You know who else I love is Sebastian Maniscalco.
I know. Yeah.
Yes, very
Sebastian
funny.
is
dude.
great too. I know.
Also been on Paul's show.
What's like? I know this is cool for you as well, being in radio. I know it's obviously a little different now with COVID, but what's a period or a moment in your life where you were looking around and you saw the company that you're in, and you're like, wow, life is pretty fucking cool. This, like, what's your most surreal Hollywood celebrity, or it doesn't
You're
even
an
have to
LA
be celebrity.
visitor, so you
Like
probably
where
have cooler
you're
ones
sitting
than
at
me.
a table with George Carlin or whatever. Like, I can't
You know
believe
what?
I live this
I'll,
life.
I'll tell you one of the coolest. After I got to meet Milton Berle. And if you
Whoa.
don't know who Milton Berle, you probably
Holy
don't know who Milton
shit.
Berle is.
That's huge.
I can't explain. He was
Cigar.
early television, like the
Like a pioneer of comedy.
Yes, he was the pioneer of televised comedy. Back in the day, people would make a point to go home and watch Milton Berle. This is back when TV was in his infancy, and he was, I guess, the first big fucking TV star, and not to mention a legend in comedy, and came
Friars
up to the
Roast.
Catskills. Friars Roast. I met him at the Friars Club. I was probably one of the youngest Friar members back in the day, and got to sit with him for a couple hours. Anyway, cut to a year later, he passes away, and his nephew is a good friend of mine, and he asked me to speak at his tribute at the Friars Club.
Oh, wow.
So forget the fact that I'm in front of the legends. I'm sitting at the table with Shelley Berman, Phyllis Diller. Over here is Sid Caesar.
Whoa.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Whoa.
Lainey Kazan. Oh God, I'm Fred Travalina. I'm just like all of these. You don't know who these people are, but trust me, they're
Not
legends.
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger, you know.
Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
So I get up and I speak for like 3 minutes. Larry King introduced me.
No, him.
You know.
Whoa.
Here we go from Sheboygan. I get, and then so I do. I actually get laughs in this room, and I get off stage, and Sid Caesar, who again legend, looks at me and he's just nodding his head in approval and clapping.
Whoa.
And I'm just like, well, you can't fucking get better than this, man. And I was like 26 at the time, maybe 27, and I'm getting like literally knighted by Sir Galahad there.
Whoa.
You know, so that
That's
was one of those
fucking huge.
moments, very young in my career, when I went, holy shit, this is really fucking insane.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. Good story. What about you, Amelia?
I don't know. I feel like I've had little moments here and there. Like when I first got into radio and I go to the like Christmas events and you get stuck in an elevator with like, I don't know, Diplo, rest in peace, or someone, you know, and you'd be like, oh my God, or
Yeah.
someone amazing would be performing at the Christmas party and then they come and get a drink at the bar and you're standing there and you're like, oh, hi, Ed Sheeran, can I get you a drink? Oh, they're free, it's fine. You know, like,
Yeah.
and so those moments, but I was
there was-
nothing back then.
Yeah, no, but no,
But-
I was gonna say I had to walk through a sea of like 15-year-old girls to get into work one day because of Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you the reason I had to walk through a sea of 15-year-olds?" Sorry, mate, or whatever. I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool."
He's pretty cool.
It's
He's very talented too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He seems
that,
very cool.
I guess. And then, you know, working with Paul Castranovo and Doc and all the cool people in the radio station.
They
Paul
always have great
Castranovo.
comedians
Wow.
coming in there. He's always got great comedians. coming in
Yeah,
that
just
place.
talented people who are veterans in the industry who just... Longevity is really hard in
Yes.
media.
Yeah. No,
And
100%.
both the people, like I said, my big brothers who I'm sandwiched between, I don't know if that's a great way to put it, but Doc and
I
Paul...
think I've seen that movie.
Yeah. Was it one cup or...
Oh no, that's the one we
Different
don't talk
movie.
about.
Yeah, that's the Pornhub story. But yeah, so they're you know, longevity is what I admire.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. How do we feel? Do you guys want to take a break, a little halftime break? Or you want to power through? Well, I'm gonna ask for your feedback.
I don't need a break.
Well, we'll keep going.
You
Long
cool?
as- yeah. As long,
He's
I'll
like, damn,
eat
I
a-
wanted
I'll
that
eat
burger.
afterward.
Okay.
I'll eat
Yeah.
afterward.
Psychedelics. When have you
That's
you
gonna
ever
be a question
taken
for you.
Got a question for me?
Not
You
me.
ever taken psychedelics?
My friend currently has some in a drawer, and he's like, "So we're doing this," and I was like, "I
What's
am
his
the
number?
biggest."
Yeah, seriously.
I'm the biggest control freak, and Ashley was telling me this today. I said to her, she came to my bedroom
Oh, God bless.
to
Johnny
get
on
ready.
the spot here. Wow, thanks, man.
Thank you. And she came to my bedroom when I was getting ready, and she's like, trying to go around the other side of my bed. I'm like, you can't go there. She's like, why? And I'm like, because your Christmas present's over there. She's like, you know, it just became October. Can we get through Halloween? And I like to be planned. I'm planning everything now. I don't like any of that. So
December 23rd.
On mushrooms, I would be not okay. I'm too much of a control freak.
Interesting.
I would freak out and have the worst trip in the world.
Whereas I am on mushrooms right now.
Yeah, microdosing?
And all of you Smurfs are fucking great.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, a little penis envy microdose. Are you familiar? That's what the really good, like, high-grade...
penis envy?
Yes.
Is that
well,
that's literally like
she's pretending like she doesn't know what it is because she's sitting with her parents. She's like, I've never heard of that before. No, but penis envy is like the high-end mushroom.
Oh, I thought it's
right
because
now.
it's like a mushroom head.
That might be part of it.
Yeah.
That might be part of it.
But you wouldn't know, right?
I would, yeah. Especially my mid-20s. I went pretty hard in the paint.
Wow, on the paint? I don't know any of these.
I did ecstasy a lot in my 20s.
Oh,
which
people
was
in
fun.
Australia do that a lot.
Okay, yeah. Like actually, if you
Pingers.
I'm sorry.
Pingers.
Pingers?
That's what they call them.
Pingers.
Pingers, yeah.
So did they have pingers envy? Sorry.
It's okay. You try.
I'm trying.
You can't
I'm
hit them
throwing
all out of the
everything at
park.
fucking
Dad
wall.
jokes.
You can't hit them all out of the park.
Baby mushrooms. If you see a mushroom stem at the side of my mouth, that means I'm about to get fucked up. No, I did a lot of I actually, if I, again, Fort Lauderdale people, if you remember The Edge, that club,
wow.
I used to do ecstasy at that place a few times. Not a lot. I wasn't a big X head. I had friends that were, and I did it.
Some ecstasy at the Edge tonight, bro.
What's that?
In
Did
Miami?
I go to space?
Oh, I
thought
never
you meant
went
like
down there.
literally.
You get slung.
I was
Yeah, on
fucking
psychedelics,
flying.
you get slung shot to the center of the universe. If that's what you're asking, yeah.
No. I just stayed up in Lauderdale. But thank you. But yeah, no, I did X, and then I did mushrooms a handful of times. That was really it.
Okay.
How did you feel when you did that?
X.
No, mushrooms.
First time was great. First time, because my ex-wife did it a lot, so we did it. We did it every
Is that a
year.
problem? Is that why you guys are no longer...
No. She was
Just
a cunt.
checking.
But no, sorry.
That's a word Australians love.
I know.
If she does too much mushrooms, is at the top of your list of bad things,
Not
you're in
at
good
all.
shape.
Not at all. Actually, we're still very friendly. So that was a joke. But we did it every year. For a couple of years, we did it on our anniversary. And the first time we did it, we called it mushroom marriage. The first time we did it was great. I saw trails. I was connected to nature. We had sex. It was fantastic. Then the next couple times, it just didn't hit as hard, and it was just kind of like a bummer.
You were
And so I just
searching
stopped
for
doing it.
something, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That was it. But I smoked the shit out of weed to this day.
Yeah.
Do you smoke pot?
No, I'm really boring.
You're but you sing in a choir, and that's cool.
So you don't like to get high before choir, man?
You don't want to. Come on, you can't spell
You
choir
be hitting
without
them
higher.
high C's like crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you know, my mum's going to see this. One time I did do an edible.
Okay. That's totally different than smoking, by the way.
I ended up on the couch doing this the whole time.
Oh,
because
no.
there was far too much put in the baking of it.
Okay, let me ask you a question. First time that you drank, did you have like a it was a great experience?
It was a mudslide
A
with my
mudslide?
best friend,
Or I
and her
should
dad bought us a
rephrase the
4-pack.
question. What's the first time like you drank a lot?
It was Jack Daniels and Coke, and I can't drink it to this day because my dad picked me up and he goes, "I can smell it on you," and I was very sick.
So sometimes when people try psychedelics for the first time, they might have a bad experience, similar to how somebody might have like a bad experience drinking too much or something like that. You got like the percentages off too much. You either
So you
had
push
too much
through.
or
Is that
too
what you're
little.
saying?
So sometimes I would say try again, smaller or small dose, just a little bit. Just to see, like, you know, get that little euphoric feeling, because that's really the basis of it all. A lot of people think you take mushrooms and you're going to be seeing pink elephants and shit, man. It's not like that. You see, like, the lights will be a little extra brighter. And you see some trails coming off of them. You can have some deep conversation. And I personally have had experiences where I felt like deeply connected to the collective subconscious,
that's what
and you
happened to
could
me.
ask questions and get real-time answers. And
My friends will do it
it's
just in the
beneficial.
pool on a Saturday.
Yeah, see, that's
I don't
what
get that.
that's what you could do. That have some mushrooms and just watch like Lion King and be like, they figured it out, man. Like, you can do that, and it's awesome. Or,
Dude, Hakuna Matata.
yeah, dude.
It's Sanskrit for we're all one, man.
Yeah.
That's what it is, bro.
Exactly.
Mental reps. Drugs are good.
Yeah. In the right dose. And set and
Nathan
setting.
Lane is a
Don't do
god.
it with bad people. You
Right.
it's all about set and setting. You gotta be a
It's
good vibe.
scary.
Make sure you don't have a lot of bills that you gotta pay or whatever. And
Yeah,
shit.
definitely be in a
You're
good
thinking
headspace.
of anything will get you down. You just stay positive. You'll have a great time.
My girlfriend
Absolutely.
said that
Right.
she had an issue with someone.
You guys are gonna do it. We're gonna live stream it. It's
We're
gonna be
gonna
cool.
all do it.
It's fine.
Matter of fact, I got some in my pocket right now.
Let's just fucking
20
take a couple
prospective
stems and see
employers
what
in the future.
happens.
We don't do drugs. But one of my girlfriends, she did it in college, and she said that she was with someone who like tried to jump out of a window when it happened.
Propaganda. Propaganda. That's
was
what they want you to
there.
think. That's
I
what
don't
they want
know.
you to think.
Do you remember that?
I like
old-
alcohol.
Alcohol, you can, because you can regulate alcohol.
Yeah, and I've been doing it a long time. I was licking gin off the floor at 13 for some reason. I
Was
don't know.
Jin the Chinese guy in your choir?
Yes, yes. We had singing sex. It was beautiful. Yeah.
So, okay, now you. By the way, Foster's is not Australian
No
for
one
beer,
drinks
right?
that.
Like they're owned by like a Japanese company, and they
didn't even
license it out to
know.
all the different. But Australian people are like, what the fuck is Foster's?
I'd
We don't
never
drink that
heard
shit.
of what that was, and everyone said to me when I first moved here, "That's not a knife. This is a knife." And I was like, "What is that?" Because Crocodile Dundee was before my time, and they look at me like, "Yeah." Like, we're now friends and you get me?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have no idea what these
You
Americans
know.
are going on about. What is a Foster's? And then they were like, bloomin' onion, mate. And I was like, what the hell is that? And then I think Alana was like, it's an onion that's battered. I was like, that's American. You guys will batter anything that stays still long enough.
This is true.
Oreo,
This is true.
Twinkie, anything.
Most
a pickle,
definitely.
you will fry it.
Yep.
I don't get it.
It's so good though.
Fair food is anything fried on a stick.
We just got we got an air fryer now, and I'm just like peak life right now. I feel like we figured it out. Like people who don't have air fryers, I kind of look down on them now.
I have one.
Yeah?
Don't we? It's in the cupboard somewhere. Oh, it broke.
You had one?
It broke.
See, you get it.
We played a game. What can we not cook in the air fryer? Something didn't work.
Okay. Any other questions from the crowd? Anybody want to ask us any questions? Because I'm about to get into a couple like little planned segments. Of course, at any time, if you guys want to come up, you're welcome to. Sean, you got a question? Ask me a question, dude.
This for Amelia. Is it annoying to you when American people come up to you and say, "G'day, mate," or say this? Because being Irish, when people say to me, "Top of the morning" to you, drives me insane. Right? So do you get a similar thing like that? being
I don't mind it actually. I think it's sweet.
Oh no, it doesn't.
Sorry.
Anyone says "top of the morning" to me, I hate it.
You don't
Okay, I
like
won't
it?
say that then.
See,
'cause I want drinks.
Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
That annoys me because we don't call them shrimp. Yeah, they're not shrimp. They're prawns.
They're prawns.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
See,
And
as
you'd
a
fry
Jew,
them.
as a Jew, I hate it when people come up to me and go, "Hey, you got a discount?" Like,
Oh, dude, you've earned it.
I have. That's why there are no Jew strippers. Everything's already half off.
Oh
How
my god.
dare you? What's Michael Jackson's favorite place to shop? J.C. Penney's, because the boys' pants are half off. All right, let's do.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was 1997 again. Holy shit.
Yeah.
My watch must be fast.
Good call. Good call. All right, this is what we're gonna do. I have something called Hater Hall of Fame. So I keep everything positive on the show. Obviously, we're keeping positive at the field during the pandemic, obviously as well. But it's also unhealthy to keep angst and shit bottled in. We have to find our own way to get it out in a healthy manner. And what I like to do is try and provide a platform for my guests to be able to like better express what's pissing them off lately, something that's been kind of grinding their gears. Here's your soapbox. It's called Hater Hall of Fame.
I hate you guys. I hate you. I don't even know you. I hate you. You're tacky and I hate you.
Okay, who would like to go first? Something that's just kind of, it could be anything general, specific. What's been bugging you lately? You feel like you need to get it out.
Oh.
You got it?
This one's for my boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
So I'm the kind of person who can't be touched when I sleep.
Ah.
I cannot be touched. Before, yes, you can cuddle me. Afterwards, sure, in the morning. At nighttime, if you do so much as touch me, I'm going to wake up and then it's going to take me 20 minutes for me to fall asleep again. I haven't slept in 2 nights. He's been touching me. And I can't sleep and I'm tired.
Okay,
That's it. That's
very
what I'm annoyed
honest
of.
answer. I like that shit. I
Yeah.
like that. I mean, sometimes like we've had to find our grounds too, or the balance or whatever, because I mean, you actually sound more like the guy in the relationship typically, because most of the time it's like, you know, the girls like to cuddle and whatnot. But she's a big cuddler. I'm a cuddler too, but sometimes I'm the same where I like when it's time to sleep, I need a little. But we do this thing where it's like, okay, you can kind of tuck your like hand underneath, like wedge it somewhere if it like makes you feel good to get like some sort of human contact.
I was talking with Ashley
But
about
other
this.
than that,
the foot cuddle where you just touch feet.
Yeah. No, we find a balance, you know. And
I thought you were going to talk about the hug and roll, like from Friends.
from Ross.
Right.
Hug for her.
Roll for me.
Roll for me. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I like the hug and roll. I do that to Clayton all the time. Love you, babe.
I like that. What about you, Flip?
I hate the fact that she's got a boyfriend.
Sorry.
How dare you?
Yeah, honestly, you know what? I'm fucking sick of the PC culture. I'm sick. I'm just, as a comedian, it's like,
How do you do your job
Preach!
anymore?
It's frustrating because like as a comedian, comedy is free speech. It's the last bastion of free speech, and now comics are afraid to talk about this or mention this or make fun of this. I mean, comedy is cathartic. You're supposed to make fun of the shit that's bad so you can laugh about it and not hold on to anger or sadness or this. And also the fucking, like, I have a joke about it, but it's true. Just the cancel culture. Like, I'm not sure if you know, they've actually canceled Mr. Potato Head.
Dude.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, they're just calling it Potato Head now. And I'm like, are you fucking sick? Because first of all, they say it's gender bias, and you can't say that because there is a Mrs. Potato Head.
Yeah.
So women are very well represented in the toy spud category, don't worry.
Yeah.
But it's so fucked up. And I'll finish the joke. You know, But I get it. There's other groups that want to be included, so I say we keep Mr. and Mrs. and just add new potato heads. Like gay people, they can have Mr. Sweet Potato Head. You know? Yeah. Pot smokers, they can have Mr. Baked Potato Head.
I like that.
You know, or Mr. Hash Browns, really. Your
Yeah.
choice. Even white supremacists, they can have Mr. Potato Skinheads. You see, everybody is represented.
I like that. Very good answer,
That's
dude.
true. And for you guys, you're always pushing the line, right, when it comes to comedy. So the
Yeah,
line
and
keeps coming closer and closer. What can you push?
Exactly.
You're going to have nothing to talk about.
And if you push back, it's just like I said, there's this whole fucking millennial entitled group out there that's like, you're offending me, and my opinion is the most important. And it's like, no, fuck you. You don't like what I say? Don't come to my show. Don't listen.
Dude.
Turn to channel. Just fucking
That is
shut
an
up.
option. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
amen.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Especially
And
when
now that I have a platform, let's talk about Bulgarians, huh?
I love that, dude. Well, that's another thing. What's very upsetting to me is the PC cult, but people have no problem as long as it's not that one thing that hits on them that they
Right.
don't
Oh,
like.
it's
you
personal.
could talk about anything you want, but it's that selective outrage that really drives
Well,
me
it's like
fucking crazy.
you had mentioned before Chef from South Park, Isaac Hayes, and remember a couple years ago he left the show, right?
Yeah.
But he left the show because they were making fun of Scientology, which was his belief. But before that, they were making fun of Jews and Christians and this and that.
You gotta get your cretins up, children.
Exactly. He had no problem making fun of that, but once it hit something personal to him, he's like, oh, I'm out. It's like, well, fuck you, dude. You can't have it both ways, you know?
Yeah,
So
it's pretty lame.
He could dish it, but he couldn't take it.
Exactly.
like-
And if you're in,
No
especially if you're in
character.
comedy, you got like look, I'm Jewish, and if somebody tells me a Jew joke, as long as it's funny, I don't care because I know you don't mean it.
Yeah.
You know, but if I don't, as you have every right to say it, and again, as a comic, it's funny. I don't care. You know.
I will say though, there are certain comedians who are just too mean to be funny. You know what I'm talking about, right? People who are like,
Well, if there's no humor beneath it, if
Yes.
it's all just visceral and hate,
yeah,
And it's not even comedy,
and it's
is
not
it?
even comedy,
Exactly.
yeah, it's hate speech at that point, or you know, it's like, you know, I'm not gonna say, but you know, fucking F, you know, the gays, but the Fs and this and that, and like,
the
are you
gays
just
and
saying
the
it to be
Fs.
shocking? Is
Yeah.
there humor? Like, do you know Doug Stanhope?
yes,
Doug, he's brilliant. You should, if you like dark stuff, and I can tell you do.
hanging out in
that is
Arizona. He's got his own town.
Bisbee,
Yeah.
Bisbee, Arizona. Yeah, he is probably one of the most darkest comics I know. But there is brilliant humor and
Yes.
social commentary underneath, so where you go, if you don't get what he's saying, if you just listen to to the offensive words, but not the point he's making, you're totally missing it, and you're a fucking idiot.
What is that guy who does the gun control comedy? The Australian guy.
Oh, Jim Jeffries.
Jim Jeffries. I love him. I saw him live, and he was hilarious.
He is brilliant.
His mum called halfway through the set, and he's like, "Mum, I'm busy," and he just put the phone down on the stage, and she's calling from Australia, and then he'd just check in on her and see that she's still there and put it back. And
I like that.
He was just funny, like impromptu, and he's mean though sometimes.
Yeah.
But just the right amount of mean.
Exactly. But he's got, again, brilliant social commentary,
Yeah.
and he's just... I love Jim Jeffries very much. So.
Comedians, like you said, last bastions of truth. Like, I mean, I trust the average comedian so much more than the average politician. It's not even
100%.
close. And that's why it's like, I feel like, I don't know, it's important to
if
protect that in any way. So locally, nationally, globally,
and that's
whatever
what
we got to do to protect that, because you guys have to have your space to be able to do what you do.
There needs to be somebody saying the emperor has no clothes.
Yes.
There needs to be that person.
It's a social commentary.
It is, and you quiet that, and then it's like, fuck it, forget it. It's Nuremberg, or Nazism or whatever. So I think Biden should learn some good dick jokes. I think it'll help.
I would love it if they stopped talking about pandemic though. Like every single special coming out on Netflix that a comedian does is all about the pandemic.
Well, I mean, you talk about what's going on, but yeah, I
like do it once, and then how many more do we need?
I only have a little bit about the pandemic that I do up front, and then it's all just dick jokes.
Okay, so I'll come after that then to your show.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I like dick jokes.
As long as you come, I'm happy.
Dick jokes.
I love it when men say that.
All right, we're gonna do something.
I love it when women do that.
We're gonna do something called the Mental Reps Questionnaire.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Oh, I like you.
Serious. What's in the box? What does Marcellus Wallace look like?
What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Answer the question, Claire.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Is Darth Vader my father?
For real, B? I want answers.
Without a good question, a good answer has no place to go. It's time for the Mental Reps Questionnaire.
Okay. First off, we'll start with Amelia. Ladies first. If you, this is like, take as long as you need, but don't overthink it. Kind of like a lightning round of sorts questionnaire, okay?
Lightning round, okay.
If you could meet anyone, current or historical, and spend the day picking their brain, who would it be?
Maybe someone like, I know this, you're probably going to laugh, but maybe like Margot Robbie. She's a current Australian entrepreneur who's made it from Australia into America, big market. She's running her own little show there. She's not just an actress. Like she's creating, like Reese Witherspoon is, companies that hire more women to do really, prominent roles on a film set. And I just think that's really cool and really interesting. And she's doing it in current time. And I'd love to pick her brain as an Aussie living in America.
I like that. Good answer. Very nice. What about you, Flip?
Honestly, probably Nikola Tesla.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah,
like that.
I think he had...
And his pigeon.
And his pigeon. No, I think that he just knew a lot more than most people as far as the way the world works and energy.
Frequency, vibration.
And frequency, everything, and just the connection to the universe. And I would love to have picked his brain. Just go, tell me what you know. Yeah.
To that end, Elon Musk. I follow him on Twitter. Every single tweet that he does pops up on my thing. I just think he's so interesting.
He sunk Dogecoin. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, my boyfriend was pissed too.
Yeah, I love that. All right, if you could, if you had a round trip ticket in a time machine, when and where would you go?
I would go to ancient Egypt.
Oh, okay.
I've always been fascinated by Egyptology. I think a culture that knew a lot more than we do, and it got lost over the ages. So I would love to have been back then to see. I actually been to Cairo, and it's amazing. I mean, it's a shitty, dirty fucking city, but the pyramids. I'm serious. It's like if Egypt had a Mexico, it would be Cairo.
But back then there were the Romans, I guess, before the Romans did it. They were like more innovative.
100%. And I just think they knew a lot more than we do now, and a lot of their secrets died with them. So I would have loved to have gone back there.
I always said like the burning of the Library of Alexandria.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to be able to check that out before they burn that.
They burned
down.
it. Yeah.
What about you, Amelia?
So much to choose from, but like I said, my family's half Italian, so somewhere in maybe Rome, back where the gladiators were, back in that day, just seeing like what my family was doing back then. Obviously not the ones that are alive now, but you know, that would have been really cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
Dressed like in the robes and stuff.
Have you been to Rome?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you do the
Colosseum
tour? Oh, is that amazing?
I've done it twice. It's so good.
Well, look at you.
They're building a false bottom. So
Are
you
they
can
really?
see now the tour where they kept the animals and everything.
Yeah. Are they gonna flood it with water again and do
The
ship
ships
Not that I
and
know of,
stuff.
but that would've been cool.
Dude, I like that. Okay. All right. You guys, this might take like a little extra thinking, but again, don't overthink it. You're probably later at night tonight going to be thinking of like the perfect answer. It's going to bother you that you didn't
Now
get
for
it
the
out
third
now.
night in a row, I won't be able
But
to sleep. Thank you.
If you could create a Woodstock type music festival featuring 5 musical acts from any era, living or dead, who would they be? 5 musical acts.
AC/DC, Led Zeppelin,
Ooh, okay.
Pink Floyd. But then
She is a big girl. Look at the big 105.9 answers right there.
they would just hit hard, you know. That would be epic. I've never seen like anyone like AC/DC. But then like I like folk music randomly. So like Angus and Julia Stone, I saw them in Australia. They're just a brother and sister, and Julia gets drunk on stage on white wine. She doesn't wear shoes, and she plays like 20 instruments, and she's just badass.
You like Ray LaMontagne?
Who?
Never mind. Go ahead.
How many was that? For one more, someone like Kylie Minogue. She's an Australian singer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that.
I'm spinning around, move out of my way. Does anyone know that one?
She was.
She
Yeah.
had a song, like, a
she
big
only
hit in
had
the
like
90s.
one number
Yeah.
one hit here.
Yeah.
I think she had one like number one hit,
Yeah.
but we knew that she was like huge
in Australia.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, Pink Floyd definitely.
Comfortably numb.
Oh my God! Come on, give that. I could actually. I play bass, and one of the bass lines I do is
slapping
money.
the bass?
I slap the bass.
Okay.
I could play Money. I love that. So yeah, I know the Jew plays Money, very on the nose. So Pink Floyd, the Beatles in their Sgt. Pepper days, and
Ooh.
Abbey Road.
Psychedelic stage.
Very much so. Radiohead,
Ooh.
Weird Al.
Oh shit.
Because I'm a huge Weird Al fan, and let's break up the shit and have some fun.
Yeah, I like that.
And God, what would the 5th be? You know what? I'm gonna say Mozart. Bring him back to compose something for the fest.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that. I like when you you're like thinking big, like, and you're like, oh, what we need to really round this out? Like, let's go really far back. I
Mozart
like
was
that.
amazing.
I like
as,
that,
as
dude.
a composer, and I
Look
would
at
think it
you.
would be cool, and actually to have them all jam together, like seriously.
Beethoven.
Yeah.
Throw him in the mix.
But well, let's not get crazy.
You're so cultured, dude. I like that. Okay.
Who knew?
I think I already know the answer for this for you, but who would you want to play you in a movie?
Probably Margot.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Don't we all, though? I mean, wouldn't we all like Margot to play us? What about you, Flip?
Who'd I want to, like, who would be best to play me, or who
would you want?
Who would I want to play me?
Maybe you give both answers. Who would be best and who would you want?
Well, best to play me? God. Maybe Jonathan Silverman back in the 90s.
Dude, that's a nice pull. I like that. That's a really good answer.
For those who don't remember Weekend at Bernie's, he was the straight guy. The one who wasn't the whore.
I like that. That's
and
a good...
then I guess if I had my druthers, I would want an iconic actor to play me. Johnny Depp.
Ooh.
Oh, I was thinking George Clooney has your look.
Oh, with the salt and pepper?
Yeah. You're a George guy.
You do look so much like George
Classic
Clooney, Flip.
Suave gentleman.
I look like George Clooney after a couple of chemo treatments.
I'm just hoping I can hang on to here. Oh, that was messed up. Okay, I like that. I like that. What's some wisdom that you can share specifically with anybody listening who is trying to pursue their dreams working in stand-up for you or the radio industry? And I know that that's a much more complicated answer, but maybe we could start with Flip. What's like some wisdom you could share with people who want to become stand-ups?
One, get up on stage as much as you can, no matter where it is, because nothing beats just doing it. Two, don't try to be a comedian you emulate. Be inspired by a comedian you love, but don't try to be them. Be you, because there is only one of you. And your perspective, your point of view, your life, everything is very exclusive to you. So you on stage has never been done before. So those would be the pieces of advice.
I like that. What about you, Amelia?
I mean, that's a good advice of anyone who's performing. So that also, but just fake it till you make it, baby. You don't know something, figure it out.
That's actually really good advice.
You know?
That's really good. Some people are like, oh, I can't. Just like, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't find the mouse and the keyboard on my first shift, and I called Gabby, one of the girls who was like a part-timer there. Where's the mouse? She goes, pull out the tray. And I was like, this is going to be a long shift.
I love, it's funny. I was going to say obvious. I was like, yeah, I'm not on the air anymore, and she's killing it on Big. But when we first walked in, and you had you had your microphone on. And
great.
You were still in the commercial break. And I was like, you
should turn that off.
Just don't turn that. You might want to keep that down a little bit. But dude, it just goes to show you the perfect example. And now look at where she's at, killing it on Big, middays 10 to 3, like fucking killing the game, the radio game. So I love it. Okay, let's just say this is like an optional question. You don't have to answer this if you want, but normally I'll ask it. If you had the world's attention for 15 to 30 seconds, what would you say?
Please visit flipisfunny.com.
I like that answer.
At Amelia on air, please follow me.
All right, how do you guys feel about it? You feel like we got it all in there?
Yeah, I feel
you feel
good.
about it? Anybody else got any questions? Do you guys feel
fun.
good about it? Like you guys feel like you had a good time? Okay, cool.
That was fun.
I got a quote of the week. We're gonna wrap things up here. This is from Martha Beck. Having fun is not a diversion from a successful life. It is a pathway to it. What do you think? I think people think, oh man, you're having fun, that's getting you off, but it's very important. I know when you're a goal-oriented person, it's all about the destination, but remembering that it's about the journey as well,
100%.
and having fun throughout the process. And that doesn't mean that you're like, I'm not taking this seriously. Actually, you're taking it serious, and your mental health and keeping your happiness at the top of your.
And for creatives, it makes our work better.
Exactly.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you have
I
to.
agree 100%.
I learned that.
Yeah,
the hard
I
way.
did too.
Yeah.
All right. Go, please.
I was saying I used to be very hard on myself, like you're not working hard enough. And this, I used to. You know the show Bar Rescue?
Bar Rescue.
Anybody know Bar Rescue? Yeah. Basically, it's kind of like Kitchen Confidential, or what's the English guy? Kitchen Nightmare, right? But it's with a bar. This guy, John Taffer, comes in and goes, "This place sucks. You gotta do that." And I used to watch that a little stoned, but I'd hear him in my head going, "You're not doing anything with your career. You're not doing hard enough." And I would really psych myself out until one day I just took a breath and went, "It's okay to relax. It's okay to not constantly be focusing on this because you're missing all of this."
And sometimes that will be what actually gets you
to the thing. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
It's like, why wasn't it? No, you just need to. Yes, be confident in yourself.
Yeah, just know. Like you said, see the destination, but enjoy the ride. The destination will always be there. Take a little detour. Go over here. Hey, oh my God, that got me a little closer. I didn't even realize that. That was a shortcut.
Because some people think once I achieve this, then I'll be happy, or then I can relax. It's never going to happen.
That goalpost is always pushed back. Once you achieve that, then it's, but I like the GM job, though. You get the GM, the regional manager is where it's at. It's always something that's
more.
Enjoy the ride. I love that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Love yourself. Before you can be loved, love yourself. That's
absolutely. I like that. Make sure you guys follow us on the social medias. This is Mental Reps Podcast. If you guys had a good time, you enjoyed it, and people online, if you give us a follow, we really appreciate it. Give them a follow. Flip is funny.
Yes.
Amelia on air. Give them a follow. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. He's got a great YouTube channel as well. I mean, this guy's constantly pumping out really good content.
Pumping.
We've got a Patreon page for Mental Reps, and basically we got tiers starting as low as like $3 a month. It helps us out, helps us pay the bills. If you guys like what we do here, this is always going to be free, but that's just a way that you can contribute if you want to. mentalreps.net and all that good stuff. And you're all in the Mental Reps family now. We appreciate you and love you. And please drop a joy bomb on your servers or your bartenders. Leave them a nice fat tip. Absolutely. I always like people to come to my shows, take care of the servers and the bartenders. They're really, really good people. All right. We really appreciate you guys.
And also, don't forget, I'll be here at the Field on October 19th, everybody.
2 weeks from now. Tickets available on Eventbrite for $10. They're $15 at the door. The sponsor, Lily Skipper of Location Real Estate, she'll be sponsoring that as well. Thank you all so much for coming out. We appreciate you. Much love. We'll see you next time. Mental Reps Live.